Hey guys, it's Soph and welcome back to the Knowles family. First of all, I just want to say yes, this is my new background. This is the background in our new room, which you will be getting a room tour very shortly. Don't worry about it. So today I thought I would do a different type of video to what I normally film. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about contraception, different types of contraception, as they are quite a few, and I'm going to tell you which ones I liked the best, which ones I didn't like the best, why I didn't like them, what I'm currently on contraception, why I want that type of contraception gone, like out of me, and then the next part of the video will be explaining also why I want this type of contraception out and stuff like that. So let's get started. So the first one I'd want to talk to you guys about is the pill. Now there's two different types of pills. I've only tried one. I can't remember what it's called, but I will highly say that the pill for me wasn't great. I wasn't getting a period at all. Like, my body felt really horrible with the pill. I was getting more spots, and now my face is completely cleared up from that. I do get spots every now and then, everybody does, but I was getting like loads on my chin, especially around here, and I was getting them around here as well, and on my nose and my forehead. But I will also say the periods just stopped instantly after taking the first couple of pills. I really didn't like the pill at all. I mean, some people, if you do want to stop a period, I would totally say go on the pill. That is really good for that. Apart from, you will have to kind of experience a few spots every now and then, and I mean, you do get the period cramp still, and your body does still do everything else that it does when it's on your period. You just don't get the actual period that you've been waiting for. So I'm gonna have to say I'd probably rate the pill a 5 out of 10 for me. This is just my experiences, and I'm just rating it what it did for me and what it didn't do for me. So obviously it did stop me from getting pregnant. That was the main thing, to not get pregnant. But if I'm completely honest, it was horrible not getting a period every single month. My body was just being really weird with me, and I just really didn't feel like myself. And it actually kind of brought my depression on a lot more, which is why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. I would probably want to give it lower, but I don't want to be that mean as a something that's even lower than 5 out of 10 in this video. So the next one is the patch. Now, just to clarify, I haven't had all of the contraceptions, so I'm not going to be talking about them all today, but the ones I have had, I will be talking to you guys about. So the next one is the patch, and I'm going to have to say that the patch one was the best thing I've ever done and ever had. The patch, I still was able to have a period as there's 1 week, I think it's like on the 4th week, you take off the patch, you leave it off for 7 days, and you have a period, which was great for me. I had a period once in my life. Well, not once in my life, but you know, like ever since I started taking the pill. It did take my periods a couple of months to come back after coming off the pill, by the way. And the patch for me just worked really well. It didn't give me spots. It didn't change my personality. It didn't change anything about me. It just and it didn't bring my depression any worse. It just stayed the same. It just was really easy to do. what you'd have to do on the patch is you'd pick a day of the week. My day was a Wednesday, so for the 3 weeks I would go 1 Wednesday, 2 Wednesday, 3 Wednesday, and then take that one off, leave that off, and then on the next week after you've had your period, so the day that your period stops, you put a patch on that Wednesday, on the next Wednesday, and you'll put it on this arm, because you know you alternate arms so your arms don't get, apparently it's just something to do with, it's better if you switch arms every single time. That's what I did, and I would highly recommend the patch to anybody. I will say, I mean, I do have migraines and that's why they stopped me on the patch, but I will say if you don't have migraines, go for the patch. One, it's probably, well, the pill isn't really painful, but I would say it is the least painful. It is effective, and it really did work for me. The patch is amazing, and everything else like that, I really did like the patch. The patch was something that I probably would highly recommend to anybody. Out of all of the contraceptions out there, I would highly recommend the patch for most people, especially if you don't like taking medication and you don't like needles and you don't want to have something implanted in your arm and you don't want anything, say the coil for example as well. So the patch is just an easy option, and it is effective. It worked for me. I didn't get pregnant, and yeah. So the last contraception that I had, which I actually do still currently have, is the coil. But I have the copper coil, which I actually have heard a lot of bad things about the copper coil, and this is one reason why I'm taking the copper coil out. Oh, I'm stopping contraception altogether anyway. But the copper coil, I've heard that it can give you copper intoxination, so it can, you know, put toxins into your body that shouldn't be in there, especially around your tissues and stuff like that. And another thing that really worries me is it can cause leukemia, which is another thing that I really don't want. I don't think anybody wants leukemia. And I just, when I heard that, I wanted it to go completely. And I mean, I did want it to go completely anyway, which I'll tell you why in a few. But the coil for me has been horrific. The discharge I get, and yes, I have had tests to see if I had a water infection. I did not. To see if I had a bacterial infection. I did not. They just said it's the coil, and you know what, that is what I agreed with, because it was the coil. I had so much discharge, and I will say they do say when they tell you about it before, you know, they put it in and whatnot, they tell you the discharge will last about 6 weeks. Mine didn't last 6 weeks. I've still got discharge, and I had mine put in 2018, and it's just something that's really affected my body. It's affected who I am. It's affected my depression. It's a bit like the pill really, just, but the pill didn't give you discharge. The pill just stopped your periods altogether. But with the coil, I've had to wear like a panty liner on my underwear every single day since 2018, and it's not been my favourite. Actually, it might have been 2019. I can't remember what year it was, but it's definitely been in there a while, and it's just not very nice. I really do not like the coil at all. Like, it has affected me. There was one time, and another thing with the coil for me, I've not had a period. I mean, I've had a period like once in 2020 in summer, in about August, and it lasted a day, and that was it. And then I also had another period in 2019 for about 3 days in September, but then that was it again. I thought, oh, I've started my period, but then it didn't come back again. It's one of them things where I don't know what to do. Like in 2021, I still haven't had a period yet, and that kind of worries me because for some reason, because of my body hasn't had a period, it feels like it should. Like my body is basically telling me have a period, have a period. Like I actually do want a period at this point. Not gonna lie, I know periods are horrible, but I think a period right now would, like, you know, flush out my body and stuff and just get rid of all the bacteria and stuff that this copper coil has caused in my body. I did watch I think it was like a doctor talking about the copper coil, how she had the copper coil and she highly wouldn't recommend it. It was about the whole leukemia thing and the whole toxic thing. I'm actually gonna leave the video down below if I can find it. If not, then just type in copper IUD into YouTube. A lot of videos will come up. I will say I really am glad that I'm not keeping it in anymore. Obviously, I've got to wait until the whole lockdown is over until I might be able to make an appointment to take out the coil, because the coil really does annoy me. And you know, sometimes the coil as well, I know this is a little bit a bit weird because there's a lot of people out there who watch girls talking about periods and IUDs and contraception thinking, why are they talking about that? We're talking about it because it's natural and it's what women like to know about when they want to be safe or they want to know what's right for them. And some people just, and some women just want to know, or some teenagers want to know, like steps and stuff for their first period, which is totally understandable. I've never spoken about periods or contraception on my YouTube channel before, but you know, I'm going to, because I'm a woman and women have rights to talk about it, especially when it's affecting them and stuff like that. So I thought I would do it for all you women out there who are trying to see what contraception you want or for what you don't want. And obviously I'm not going to be doing a period video today, but if you want me to talk about my first period or just periods in general, let me know in the comments and I will surely do that for you. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is another reason why I want the coil out. Another reason why I want the coil out is, well, basically me and Craig want to start a family, which is right, since we're married. We have been talking about this ever since before we were married anyway, but we do want to start trying for children, or, well, you know, a baby, should I say. And, you know, I do want to do more videos about baby names and stuff like that in the next coming future, because a lot of people do ask, what do me and Craig want to call our children and stuff like that, and we definitely know what we want to call our children. We do already have names planned out. I'm not going to lie about it, but I'm not going to tell you in this video because this video is not about baby names, it's about contraception. And I just thought I would give you a little bit of a reveal saying after my coil's been taken out, we will be trying for a baby. And yeah, it's something that we have really been talking about, especially in 2020, especially during this whole lockdown thing. Obviously we have Stan, who is technically like a baby to us, but like, you know, we do want to start a family with like an actual baby as well. And because now we're like a young married couple, we're at the right age. Obviously not everybody will have a baby at, say, my age. I'm 25 and Craig's 30, but because Craig's 30 and I'm 25. I think Craig really does want to have children rather sooner rather than later, because, you know, we're not getting any younger, and we do want to start our, you know, our family and our journey. And obviously I do want to film videos for you guys about it. Like I said, I want to film a video about, say, babies names that we will be using, or baby names we like but we won't be using, and stuff like that, even though there's not a lot of baby names that we won't be using. A lot of people do ask how many kids we want and stuff, which I will be doing in a separate Q&A, because that is something that I do want to talk to you guys about, but in a different way. I don't want to keep this in the same video as contraception. As you know, contraception is about not getting pregnant, but obviously I will be doing a separate video. I actually will be filming it the exact same day as this, so you might be seeing this outfit in that video, as I will be talking about it for you guys today, but it probably won't be uploaded until another time. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.